It's a fine way to ride. No hope of that with as little energy as you have. New days always start with hope. You've discovered Fanaki leaves, the densest jungle in the land. Better get hacking. Well, that bric-brac looks almost intact. Worth checking out? The Underfoot outpost, right where the Pichu tribe dug it up. Let's see. There's the type. Needs a logical reason for him to the outpost. He says you made them weaker, but they won't give up. Your Sifu thanks you. Your tribe is growing stronger. He says you did a great... What? Says you... At least you can feed this ride grass. You found the Moly Hole outpost, an old Pichu tribe hole in the wall.
Record, lebo. Je vertelde hoe liet zin klatje woon prikprik. Get in there and ruin that filter. See? Just a few moves left. Make them count. So much damage. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Got it. Nothing but greasy goo in their pipes now. The outpost bit. He says you made them weaker, but they won't give up. Your Sifu thanks you. Your tribe is growing stronger. He says you did a great... Says you... Looks good.
Don't get too attached to the vegetation out here. It's someone's lunch. That Truggle truck over there looks like no one ever cracked it open. That old home there's seen better days, but it might still have something worthwhile in it. Let's see. It's the Benearth outpost, right where...
Yafatola Mayu Libuma Lima.
Here. Careful of that pew-pew action. Hit it harder than that. Better to bring it down. No more bullets from that. It's time to find a way out of this plane. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Keep going. Heads up for that oil. Stay away till you take that thing out. It's safe to get near now. Here's the second line of defense. Just jump on that candle and get it lit. Ride that sprocket. Almost there. The outpost...
He says you made them weaker, but they won't give up. Your Sifu thanks you. Your tribe is growing stronger.
Thinks you did a
You're still aboard your mount, which is probably a good sign.
Could be a monster napping here at any time of day. A brick-brack that's still standing. Now, that's a find. This is Burblebottom, residence of Gil. You lack key energy for that. This is all about you. Whether you succeed or fail, it's on you. You're fresh out of key energy. Let's see. They've managed to roll a bang ball against the fort, and the plan is to detonate. Indeed it is. So lush here. You need to unite. The Mega Muckin. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Just get out of the Mega Muck's way. The air gets stale down here fast. Buckshot. The wire claw looks like it's strong, but you just need to aim straight, shoot and pull, and the gate will come down. Anybody home? The Pishu tribe supports natural evolution on the dogma that only the strong survive. They want to help evolution on its way by conquering the tribes, as they're all too weak in their convictions. He didn't expect. The right. He'll leave it up to. Side by side they'll stand until they've achieved a great thing for the tribe. And you know better than any. The fate of the world depends on the triumph of good. The Tree of Life still stands, and it's up to you to make sure it... It's the Pichu Nanchuk. The top of the world is so low down here. You've already drained yourself.
Far come mako to far ti taba. Ilya antuf.
Out of...
Far farifto. Tuka kubu.
The last World Eater has been left undisturbed with the tree.
Mayani. Mopu far kubi.
He thought someone with your light perspective and key would have had different...
Mopu far kubi. Yevovol. Koibe. Okorfabe.
Out of Date understands the road has been rough, but you already know what...
Wata. Boyobut. Poiketawa.
You're the only one that's strong.
Pilfov uguvuhu. Cobra boom.
The future depends on someone with a light.
Come Reaper.
Only time will tell what the future holds, and if it will bring a lot.
Tuloya. Uto lula.
Out of Date says the word about what you've done.
Come Reaper. Yuba. Tolowawa.
He appreciates what you've done so far, but unfortunately,
Mauketo. Tolu. Ayadre.
he's unsure.
Ewe boboye.
He says he'll point you in the right direction, but finding Wiz and making That doesn't sound good. Out of Date's hunch is real. The Merc Puff is up next.
Ya you mawa. Yatu yao mawa.
Out of Date says that Wiz is...
Bobo tubuko.
He explains that Wiz is working on an
Kim hobe bekoko kabobe farhi.
He's...
Tolowoya lo yalobatoloyo.
You don't have the key energy for that. Tough as iron. You're not staying here for long, so don't get too used to it. The Surge Surf Factory. Keep your eye out for Wiz while you're here. Let's see. Wuz isn't easy on the tongue, but I think he says he's happy to see a friendly face. Not too many. Says it's good to see you again. Wiz remembers you were such a cheery kid, and he's glad to see that. But Wiz understands it was a long time ago, and memories get It was a tragedy. Wiz says our memory keeps things for us, preserves them until we... He's not surprised that the... Ultimately, it's your choice. You will... Asks if you ever think about freedom and whether any of us really has it. Did you... glad to hear that.
Mu di kampai avaku.
Amazed the world is going to continue on, but happy to hear.
Nan uyom cheva.
Impressed that you fought so hard to keep the world.
Gamuka.
Thinks you were smart to join with the Myriad.
Nan uyom cheva.
Says they're unified in the ways that matter.
Kanapan katal ila tuntun.
But that's not...
Dampati nerap kandan isnafov.
Wiz says that you should let the past dwell...
Batu keponan nan pakalan ni pala. Dampati nerap.
This is why he's...
Inshallah venture aleke. Batu keponan.
He can't leave the...
Non antika urbaya unara.
Don't get swept away in the rain. An old home. Could be something to it. That's the hut. Wonder if there's anything still inside. Don't want to point a finger, but the Mecca Stadium is near here. You're here for a reason. It's lockety-locked. Someone locked it solid. That's not opening on its own. Just a few moves left. Make them count. You need to loosen the bolts without unsettling it. Just a few moves left. Make them count. That's it. The tug... You need to line up the switches so they match. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework. Embrace the day. Bang Shelter 11E. Just the place to ride out a storm.
Sumsumbang inyameri vertikalo ala kantia.
He believed the tug twister would do.
Jim.
He agrees that it's an option if you want to break stuff, but in this case you want...
Ne antumpo nikarapo.
He says the lid should open if you sprinkle grease it.
Alikan rato. Jim non pakalan ni pala.
He knows his old friend Choo Choo always keeps his grease sprinklers well filled. He should have...
Nen kanabang katal.
He stresses that you should come back as soon as you've retrieved...
Mikavum potakam alikan rato.
It's big enough to make waves beneath the surface, and that's a challenge in itself. But it all... Make the most of the night while you can. You've reached the end of the line. Bet you can find Choo Choo here. Let's see.
No kasapo kasamoto shumikaba.
Choo Choo knew you would make it.
Kamaba bambaksudo.
Wonders who doesn't like rules or rails. They keep you on the straight and narrow.
Pore pakakrematazaba koyaba.
Says you followed the rails to where you need to be, but tracks have switches in them too. The question is then,
Koi ba.
you seem like you're on the right track already. He just hopes you don't get sidetracked onto a darker path.
Chuchuchu. Muy kanto pasabata chuchuchu. Pampatisma.
Whichever way you go, he wants you to know that...
Pai pampatisma. Odo o sap
Wants to know if you've ever regretted taking one track in life instead of another.
ko sap.
Thinks everyone has. No one's perfect.
Pai no kasabat.
Seems like the world came out of...
Chuchu.
Can't.
Chuchu.
But let's not get derailed.
No kasabat odo malap.
Says he's surprised to see anyone this far out. But sometimes the wrong train does take you to the right step.
O kasamoto shumikaba.
As you can see, he didn't plan to make a stop here, but now that he had to, he's really...
Muy kanto pasabata chuchuchu. Koi.
He's been off track since the world started dying, but he's trained his mind to...
So dokudo odo ta.
Figures that's true, but they can get you close enough to most...
Kamaba ko sidaba. Muy kanto pasabata chuchuchu.
He's convinced the tracks are like the paths our life.
Kamaba.
This time,
Odo muy kanto pasabata chuchuchu. Kumpata.
wingnuts are easy to find, as they're fitted on any in-front chugger-chugger out there. The challenge is taking them off. So he's happy you're here to do...
Why?
Says he... Give your mount a pat and pick a path. The Wingnut Chug Tunnel. It goes on forever. Rush lust. Hardly seemed fair. Dark time is coming. Just hold on until the dawn. Shouldn't take much more. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Choo-choo.
No kasapa poto mala.
He'd be happy to part with his spare grease sprinkler, as he believes it's a...
Why?
He keeps it safe in a box on...
Keremba tasapa kompata ta.
It's on the cart. He wants to keep it close by. In general, you won't have much time to act.
Ta koyaba malam.
It's a versatile tool from the bygone, a last of its kind, so don't let it go to waste.
Papatis ba to.
He's convinced you'll put it to good use, as there are lots of stuckies out there.
Poto
Says there's no better person to use it.
koyaba.
Choo-choo says he can't wait to get out of this place.
Pa. Koyaba okatsu mo doshimika ba.
You shouldn't worry about smashing up the...
Keremba tasapa.
Choo-choo says
Ko sitaba. Why?
he's convinced there was a bigger reason you met. So
No kasapa.
he believes you've got what it takes.
Poto
Figures everyone chooses their own path. The longer you ride the rails...
koyaba.
Choo-choo's thrilled you found the Ark. Just imagine how much faster than a Needs no rails, no
Pasata konto pa. Chuchuchu.
The world's on the mend, so no need to leave it. But
Pampatsuda.
says he's happy to see the Ark in your hands. Knows you'll go great places with it and do so.
Ko sap.
Wonders who you might call aboard the Ark with you.
So, what we have here is an opportunity to help your next.
Why?
If you
But you know.
Koyaba okatsu. Why?
Choo-choo says he's ready to pack.
Ko sap. Mikavum potaka gamuka.
Wiz says that there's no plan to confront.
Kapining kai kalay mo.
He knows you'll need something that packs enough boom to put a dent.
Potirakom.
He says his old friend Boom makes all things that go bang.
Nan.
There's a rumor that some of Boom's pyro sticks shot off and are out there.
Avar atakali kedot kontan. Inya merikatikalo. Inshallah fenja alekay. Tikam pambay avar cool.
Boom has named the place Puff Duff Bluff. It sounds silly, but it's an accurate Sound seems to travel farther at night. You've got nothing left. That's a bang plant, where Toxanol used to make all sorts of splody things before it blew up in their faces. Looks like an unbanged pyro stick on the loose. Better catch it before it goes off. Nothing like a story with an unexpected ending.
Nan katinachala.
The pyro sticks will cause a back.
Kaltenden Rico Inyameri. Evan Urutulusin.
He hopes so, as there's no plan B, or more correctly, plan C, out of date.
Ambatia Pumba. Kaltenden Rico Inyameri.
Wiz has been working on another cannon, but instead of pyro sticks, it squirts guppos.
Intonanko Terio. Kaltenden Rico Inyameri.
Seems the best way to find guppos is go talk to Gil. He has a natural sonar, and knows.
Mandakan.
This means you'll have to go visit Gil at Burblebottom. Find
Batu Kipunan.
Guppo.
Tenocratic.
Happy to finally get to meet you. He's seen a lot of.
Pangwail matter. Tenodrefsarin. Pangwail matter. Me howdy fet. I do a food if it near.
It's crazy hard to flipper against the surf, but you can't save the world if you let it.
Ira.
Either way, it's a shame the surf has gotten so nasty.
Mas face with which I get border. For any tail.
Thinks life is like trying to ride a wave. You need to.
Wash.
Seems.
Listen.
Can't imagine.
Bedu the food.
Can't.
See on edge.
Happy you ride alongside the Myriad. They bring a real shine to everything they work with.
Me howdy fet enough tournament. Ray. Key.
But none of them.
Western Hannelore.
He never drank from this pond because of the disgusting.
Guanene fee. If it near.
Even the fish stopped drinking here after the pollution made the surf mucked and the air blocked his gills.
Pangwail matter.
Says that hardly matters. Even if
Wife and Uncofintra Bidwitchin.
his friend Wiz needs guppos for one reason or another, and Gil is ready to.
Me howdy feta.
But here, you're only going to find dead ones. He's pretty.
Wife and Me howdy feta.
If you head in the right direction,
Mein Friende.
figures he's always been a friend to Wiz, and now he. Keep your wits about you. This is Guppy Grotto. More light means fewer places to hide. Gonna need a key of some kind. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Nothing like light to brighten you. Just a few moves left. Make them count.
Mai?
That seems...
Ano parang nigraggio.
He's surprised that...
Kamuka ng puso e macho.
It's just another proof of the evolutionary...
Ng pantali ipani kandaf.
Being undersurf has meant the merc puff has been left alone to...
Niro chanpuro Katrina Chala.
This means...
Katrina Chala. Ampantia bomba. Tiram pambay avaruku.
It's all about destiny. Yours, mine, the entire world's. That was the last of them. You've sealed... You have your destiny. Follow it all the way back to Out of Date. Just continue to stay true to yourself and respect others whatever happens. It's time to return to the tree one last time. He's learned you discovered and acted. Old doesn't always mean... Just imagine how much more of the world you can see in the Ark. You fought well for the world. You can be proud of... Questions if you could possibly have any open spaces...
So, what we have here is an opportunity.
Why? You don't need anyone else but yourself and me, of course, but...
If you want...
But you know...
Almost can't speak. He's so happy to be joining your voyage. Wiz knows it's the same old, but he likes... Didn't have much else to say. Will you be the hunter or the prey tonight?
Yeah, move for bo. Boom. Boyo boot. Poi gatawa.
Out of Date says the signs of the end of the world.
To lua ba volua.
The day of reckoning is coming, and you are invited. He can feel you're approaching the end date.
Far come mako to far ti taba. Tika perna.
Then grasp your last chance to make sure Lupa Lupin stopped for good. The tree settled its score, but it left yours.
Beboko contabe e vunku tu buvum.
He says you need to see...
Ya moluuvando.
He's happy to help.
Cantita duela bofo.
Find us a sunset to ride into. The Sifu is seeking revenge too. He hasn't forgotten what Lupa Lupin did. That the world seems to survive, doesn't... He hopes you agree, even if it goes against your... There's no room for predators in the world the Myriad tribe is building. But he knows this is your fight. You should handle it. Lupa Lupin's own fear was his shackles, not the roots of the tree. It just changed him. You have a chance to stand back and let the tribe handle it. The seafood's ready to step into the fray. Are the odds about to change in your favor? If a friend dies, something inside you dies. You can save the seafood by making yourself a target. You're up. Shockwaves spread when the world crumbles. This is not a prophecy, me telling you about the future. It's you shaping it. Here's a vulgar display of power. The more he does, the stronger he becomes. It's time you remember who the real enemy is and stop playing the game his way. This is how it ends. The Predator and the world itself suffering. But at least it's a sign they're both still alive.
So, what we have here is a clear matter of life and death, and only you can make a difference.
You continue to make bad decisions and mistakes.
It's easy to make a good decision when there's only one option. The only mistake here is you.
My mistake is letting you speak. My conviction is that the world would be a better place without your voice.
Convincing yourself doesn't win the argument. In the end, we won't remember the words of our enemies, but the silences of our friends.
The weak can't forgive. Forgiveness is a strength. It's not all life and death. It's no better time than now to accept a helping hand. Do you wonder what turn life might have taken if you'd done things different? A left when you went right? A yes when you said no? You've walked the thin line between survival and disaster and haven't lost your balance yet. It's because of you the Tree of Life and the world has been given a second chance. You carried the light in a world full of dark and made a difference in a place that needed change. You allied with the Myriad tribe and acted on understanding of the greater good and a code of honor. However, light and dark does simply represent the polarities of life. One can't exist without the other. This isn't the end. Just being surrounded by nature as it heals itself will rejuvenate us. Nature will teach us how to survive. So, trust your conscience to show you the way, and everything else will follow. As foretold, you were destined to split the chains of this world. But you're not alone. You filled the Ark, and those that shared your perspective and gained your trust will accompany you on your journey. Is there a world out there that's better suited for those imbalanced in their light nature than this one? Whether or not, we'll leave your story on record, so those who come after will know you followed your light nature and saved the world. So, when all is said and done, it turned out to be an unusual ending after all. What could be better than ending the story the right way? Ending it your way. A beginning of something new.